Sport Fishing on the Fly is brought to you by Togen's Fly Shop, Maui Jim Sunglasses, and Hardy Rods and Reels. Another chilly day in the Cariboo region, but you know what? We've had phenomenal luck. We've had really good chironomid hatches. We've had good leech action. So classic fall weather, but it's only the end of September. It's crazy. But we're at another beautiful little lake here in the Cariboo. That's today. So we take you sport fishing on the fly.
Teddy with the teddy. Is that a double banger?
It is.
Teddy with the teddy.
Teddy with the teddy. On one of
right.
your earlier shows, Donnie actually tied this fly on the bench and mentioned the fact that I use it everywhere. Well,
the only chironomid you use.
yeah, the only chironomid I use. Well, I just, we're deep lining here about 16 feet of water. That's what I'm doing anyway.
Deep line, yeah.
Yeah.
And you just put, you've had like 3 fish on.
Yeah, you put it down and it was immediate contact with it.
Immediate. It works. The teddy is a winner. Those are on our site. Yeah, Don ties them. You
Yeah,
can
he
get
did.
them on the site, eh?
Yeah.
There, just in the nippy and
There you go.
the nose.
There you
Beautiful.
go.
A little teddy. He seems to want to.
He likes to hang in your net.
There you go. All right. Right off the bean. He does the.
There you go.
Well,
Under
you're
the
here,
teddy.
and we're out
Yeah.
on the lake. And Caribou Bob's out here too, and he caught a nice fish. And he says, just go there in 16 feet of water. He had a beauty. Don kind of filmed as he's landing it, and we went over there where he told us to go, and we're into fish right away. So thanks to Bob, and thanks to the teddy.
Yeah, we'll see if we can do that again.
Yeah. Okay, I tried a different chironomid. Ted recommended. He saw it on there. We're deep lining here, which is really neat. We're in 16 feet of water, and we're just sinking our fly straight down. It's nice for me being in the middle. Don't have to throw tequila anymore. A nice fish in here. It's a beautiful fish. Look at how healthy they are. Oh, wow. Let's see. Look at the colors on that fish. So nice, eh? Back in here. Nice little meaty. They're smacking it, just hanging it in 16 feet straight down.
Okay,
So
another.
this is the last fish of the triple header. Me and Don have taken ours off, and Ted's pokey.
Well, this one here is kind of a little more active than
Yeah, he is.
whether I fouled hooked him or it's a little bit bigger
No,
fish.
no, he's right in the thing. He's a nice fish.
Nice old fish. Yeah, all
We're
on
just hanging in 16 feet deep lining, and it's been constant. There was some big fish coming under the boat, though. Oh, wait, missed him. We've got a lot this size, eh?
Yeah,
Which is a nice size fish to catch on chironomids. Look at, you just got him right in the little,
right in the nib.
with the little teddy nibby. But these are nice, lots of fun.
Yeah.
Put them back in here. Like I say, that was a triple header, eh? We had 3 fish on all at one time. That's what's the nice thing with deep lining. It's like everybody's rod, boom, boom, boom. Get the net. Who's got the net? Who's got the camera? Show them your setup, Ted. Yours
Well,
is different than what
It is a little bit different. Today we're pretty windy up here, so we're actually got a current in the lake here. So what I do, where are you? I use a fairly large swivel. I got about 30 inches of tippet material. And then just above my
Swivel.
my swivel, I have got a weight, a slip weight that I use on here. And what that does is help me keep that line straight down, because otherwise it's flowing out with the current and you're not getting a true distance. Another thing that I do is when I find the depth, I'll put a pair of hemostats down, get my exact depth on the bottom. Then what I will do, I'll take and I'll wrap a piece of tape around just here at the reel. So if I get a fish, I reel him in or he runs, I can fastly get this back down to the bottom exactly. I only got to measure the once. So it's another little trick that I use. And when you're doing deep lining and you love it as much as I do, you kind of figure this stuff out so you can keep your line in the water as much as you can.
Well, that little weight made a big difference. Like we could see our lines are moving, you know, with the wind, and you're straight down.
Yeah.
So me and Dawn are going to add some split shot above our swivel and see how that makes a difference.
And there's my little piece of tape that I put on. I didn't have anything else. I've tied lines. I've done all kinds of things on there. There's bobber stoppers you can use. But today we just had a piece of black electrician tape. Worked well.
Yeah, works good. Okay, there's big fish going under.
I know. Look at on that screen. That's amazing.
I know. There's some big ones on there. It's nice. You can watch them come by and then they bite.
And then they
right?
bite.
You get a bite.
Wow, that was a nice one. So oh, that's a good size. Yeah, it's kind of like we've been getting that 3-pound range. So we took Teddy's advice. You can see my setup now. I've got me and Dale put a couple of split shots on. Teddy's got the Teddy on, Teddy Chironomid, as he always uses, as we told you before. And I put on a chromie because when we did a throat sample, we had him on a chromie. So this guy had to hit right away, lost him, and then this guy. So now I'll need the net to get this guy off. Gone. Wow. Trying to get the net, trying to get everything ready pulled off. But that was another, those 2.5, 3-pound fish. Awesome on a chironomid. I'm going back down. I got a little chromie on. Oh, and that's why. Look at, bent my hook out a bit. Tragic. Well, I changed it up. I got a couple of taps on. I got a couple of fish on the chromie, but then they started tapping it. So I put on a gunslinger, and a gunslinger, of course, everybody knows, got the orange on it. It's got the real nice chrome body, and this guy hit it right away. So what I'm going to do is just release this guy and show you, classic chironomid right on the tip. We're using pretty heavy pound tests too. I've got 8-pound tip, but there's a gunslinger you can buy on the site. Great chironomid pattern, nice chromie pattern. Here's the fish, nice little guy. I'll just hold him up. We've had some real good ones go by. We've got to get a big guy yet, but look at those, real nice fish, chrome bullets. I'm just going to little deep six him here. Boop, there he goes. So, what we're doing, just so everybody knows, is we have a full sink line. So you need a full sink line, critical. So faster sinking the better. So I've got a type 6 on my setup here. I've got my chironomid, like Teddy talked about. We're down, 2.5, 3 feet down to our swivel. And, the tip Ted gave us was great, to put those little weights on when windy conditions. Got a couple little weights on. Great way to find your depth. Again, take a pair of forceps you don't mind losing or potential lose, clip it on, drop her down, sink it down the bottom, and you'll see I'm just going down with my line. We're only in 16 feet of water till it hits right there, and I just reel up one little reel, bring it back up, and now you know your depth. Undo your forceps, don't throw your forceps in the water, and off you go. That's it. So, and all we're doing is just holding the rod straight down. Fish are swimming by 16 feet, bam, and you got them. So that's deep line chironomiding, or what I'm calling semi-deep line chironomiding. Oh man, this wind is just relentless. So if you've never had the pleasure of deep line chironomid fishing, it's so much fun. You can just see that indicator or your rod tip go under, give it a little motion once in a while. It's unbelievable. Again, not huge, but just quality fish. Look at that. Chrome. There he goes. Oh, another beauty. Yeah. Well, recommended setup. You know what we're going to do right now? I've tied you to the teddy on the bench. We've used about 8 different chironomids today. The chromies worked really good. Different size teddies work good. So I think we'll do is, since I'm so numb, we're going to go on the bench and tie you up a nice chironomid pattern. Today on the bench, I want to tie you up the Twisted Sister Chironomid. Now, it's a very cool chironomid pattern. What we saw filming at one of the lakes was chironomids coming up and emerging. And when they were emerging, you can see on the video here, they just crawl up and they're bent. They're very actually twisted as they emerge. They're not straight up and down, not even kind of curved. They are bent. So make sure you have these materials ready before you tie the fly. For the hook, we'll use a size 14 swimming nymph hook, some 6/0 rust thread to tie with, some white antron for the gills, a 7/64 inch matte black tungsten bead for the bead, some smoke buzzer wrap for the body, some black flashaboo for the rib, and some rust thread for the thorax. To start the fly off, I've actually put the hook in the vise so that the eye is pointing down. It's always, since it's such a bent hook, it has to be pointed down so you can tie in your thread. So we're just going to tie in the thread right at the eyelet to start. Form a nice little base layer. So now that we have our thread tied in, I've taken a strip of my white antron. We're just going to tie it in right behind the eyelet. Take a few wraps, cut off your excess, and then whip finish, because we are going to put the bead on. So whip finish the thread there. So now we've taken the hook out of the vise. We're going to take one of our beads, and with the big hole forward towards the eyelet, we're going to put the bead on and put the hook back into the vise in preparation for tying. Now that we have the bead on, pushed up, we are going to put our thread back on, and again tie in right behind the bead. Cut off your excess and keep wrapping behind the bead to form a bit of thread back there so your bead won't slide down when we go to tie in the body. Now that we have the thread tied in up behind the bead, we're going to actually move the hook up vertically so we can actually start tying in the rib and the body. Now that we have the hook in the proper position, we're going to take our flashaboo, our black flashaboo, and just tie it in, and we'll use this to rib the fly a little bit later. Now I've taken 2 strands of my smoke buzzer wrap, and we're just going to tie this in. So tie it in, wrap it back, and then what we're going to do is actually wrap our thread and taper the body. So we're just going to keep wrapping our thread up and make a tapered body, and we want a nice brown body underneath this buzzer wrap. Now that we have the thread tied in, I'm going to move the hook back down into position where I can start wrapping. So now I'm going to take my buzzer wrap and start wrapping over the brown thread or the rust thread that I have to form the body. Now that we have the body tied in, we're going to rib it. So we're going to take our black flashaboo and make like 7 to 8 ribs up the fly. Now that we have the rib tied in, I'm going to form a little bit of a thorax on the fly, and of course I love this rust color. creates a great thorax. So just do, a few whip finishes and do it again until you have a nice brown thorax on the fly. So to finish the fly off, I'm going to cut my gills, and I don't want them too long. I just want a nice little gill top just on the top. Keep them small, keep it short. And I'm going to take some UV coating and just take a little bit of that UV coat and coat the fly up and hit it with the UV lamp, and you have a real nice finished chironomid. So there it is, the finished Twisted Sister Chironomid. As you saw in that video a little earlier on, the chironomids, when they emerge, start really straight, but as they proceed up, they really get twisted. And this fly is quite effective when those chironomids are hatching, so make sure you have some in your fly box.
Oh, boy.
Oh, nice.
Boy. Okay, has a little bit of weight. Maybe a little larger. It's big. Well, we saw him. He's a big boy. He is a tank, this guy. One of the ones we've been looking for. I want to try to get this one in the net. It's a beautiful fish. Oh,
I think you've got another idea, Donnie.
I got troubles. That's a big tank. I saw him. Yeah. Oh, he's going to visit Cariboo Bob. He's huge. Oh, right in the snout. Okay, Teddy. Oh, right in the nose.
Wow.
Wow.
Good job, man. That's a beauty.
Is that a big slab or what? Wow. So anyway, Teddy gave me the big tip. He said, you're missing all those fish because you're sitting there in your chair and you're not feeling the pull down. So I got it off of there, got up, stood and hold it, and right away. Now how many fish is that I caught since I did it?
4 or 5 fish since you did that.
Daddy Ted gave me the big tip. Look at that fish. Oh, we'll have to go get the net after.
Yeah, we'll get it. We just cast to it.
Ready to go? Look at him go. That's a beautiful fish. One more look. One more look and then he's going off. Oh, what a slab.
Good job, buddy.
Oh, wow. There it is, the fly. Whew, was a big toad. That's Malcolm Reddick. Another Malcolm Reddick fly. Hey, the little greenback. Greenback crawny. Teddy again gave me the advice to put it on. Coach Ted, he had me put it on and how to do it.
Dad.
Another double header. We've been smacking them. They're all various sizes. Oh, mine's gone. Ted's got his. We just went smaller. 16, Ted, 16. Yep. I just did the same and instantly. Funny how they just figured it out. They were, what were we, did we start with 12s? I think
yeah,
we
had
12s and we even tried some bombers and then we went down to 14s and now it's to 16. Because there's fish keep coming by us and it's just a nasty weather day. Like again, this is a cold front from the north, 20 to 40 kilometer an hour winds. You think everything would be shut down. So we came out here, could do some deep lining. Like it's howling through here and it's cold. It's probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 degrees today. So it's not the best of conditions, but we're still getting them. Deep lining.
Oh man,
Wow.
we had to get out of the wind. That wind
Cold
is
and
just,
windy.
It's just being relentless.
Relentless.
Unreal. But you know what? It just shows you how much fun you can have, even under real bad conditions. Windy, cold, chironomids came off. Uncle Teddy showed us how to fish them. It was fantastic.
Exactly.
Hey?
Yeah, thanks to Ted MacDonald. He showed us all his little tricks for deep line chironomiding. It's a
Fantastic.
small lake in the Cariboo, so we were able to shelter somewhat from the wind.
Somewhat.
But the hurricane force wind anyway.
But what a blast. And also the Prestige. You know,
Putting
they
us
always
up.
put us up, put us in the hotel, and dry frame for our
Warm
jackets. That was critical.
Cold today.
Yeah, because it was cold. But when you come to these beautiful little lakes, make sure you take care, conserve, and we'll see you next time. We'll take you sport fishing on the farm.